Through on Logical Excess's channel. This is episode 1, Hearts of Stone. This is going to be the first episode of the downloadable. We've got a few things to wrap up from the main game, like some crafting recipes. I think we need to craft master-crafted armor for all sets, except for the Woven set, because I have the Woven master-crafted armor. And also, there's some optional stuff that I want to turn on that was part of the DLC for Hearts of Stone. I think it was new hairstyle, new beard style, and new clothing style for some of the NPCs. So might as well turn that on so I can enjoy some of that content here while we're playing through the DLC. And from what I understand, you turn that on through the options menu.
I see you got...
Beard and hairstyle set. Yeah, I don't need the HUD this large, really. So let me go ahead and I'm not even sure where the action log is.
Ever heard the legends of the White Another drift today.
Oh, we can do that. I'm pretty sure. There we go. Okay, the hairstylist or barber should be here somewhere. I don't think he's going to appear at night, though.
them always all the corpses.
Right, indeed. So we weren't good.
Seeing he's clean. Steel and pine.
We want it clean. Let me do shit and past it.
Right, right.
Oh, welcome back to ye. Satisfied customer always comes by again, hey?
Give me a haircut.
Okay, so there's nothing new here. Interesting. Once again, I go out the wrong door, the dead end door.
That's it, Roach.
Tell the fire, keep me safe.
What will them all open?
Take it easy.
That's it, Roach.
There's the black ones are chasing gorilla.
No loitering round here. Let's go.
What a freak.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
Listen, would you...
We need some new Witcher irons. Ursine Steel Sword Mastercrafted. $34. $34. $34. Woven silver sword, mastercrafted, made. Woven steel sword, mastercrafted, made. And I think that's all he can do. Okay.
So long.
Your kind spreads disease, defeatism and desertion. Boring as fuck. Pretty boy.
Oh, man.
Last charge. Where's the crew? Good ladies, they say. She's merciful. Where's all that big
Dare to burn the house.
Have you drove off all the monsters then?
Geralt, good.
Need some armor made. Witcher. Take care now.
And there we go. We got a full Mastercrafted wolf set. This inventory issue is going to be a problem here. Oh well. Evil soft first touches. Check the notice board outside the Seven Cats Inn. When Geralt later told me the story which began at the Seven Cats Inn notice board, he mentioned he had felt drawn to that place, as if some strange, undefined force wanted him to appear there on that day and at that time. I didn't give this remark a second thought until I heard the tale to its conclusion and realized its beginning had been no accident.
Wanted. Cradle, used but unworn. Need a bow to accompany me to a friend's wedding. Willing to trade a leaky pot for a cart? Who writes these notices?
Well, I guess you got your question answered, buddy.
Need a witcher?
Any bloke willing to kill a monster, a witcher would do.
Monster? What kind?
Big, bad, ugly, squats in the sewers. If you're interested, drop by the Garren estate. Ask for Olgierd von Everek. He's the one ordered this posted.
Appeal to Sir Geralt of Rivia, the bridge, his crest. Geralt of Rivia, at the behest of our merciful sovereign, her illustrious Grace Anna Henrietta, we have journeyed to the northern realms to lay before you a mission. A terrible monster has appeared in the Duchy of Toussaint. A beast that has committed heinous crimes against her Grace's subjects. Only the most famous among witchers has the ability to destroy the beast. Thus, we humbly beseech you to appear in the village of Holloway, where we shall await you in full hope that you will deign to hear of our woes and liberate our land from the clutches of fear. Your humble servants, Sirs Palmerin de Lunfall and Milton de Perac Baron, knights in the service of her Grace in the Duchy. A rune right upon your shores has landed. To my fellows from the world's other bosom, vast seas have I crossed to reach this, your most fascinating land, to learn the names of the animals which in it dwell, of the plants which in it grow, and most of all, you, its folk. Ravenous waves devoured the tools of my art, yet the runewright's labor does not with his hands end, for he endlessly strives the world to explore, its mysteries to comprehend. Thus, if you wish to stay a while and converse with a traveler from far off, Ophir, I invite you to my tent, which I have pitched by a mill near the village named Brunwich. Praise be the world in its never-ending creation. Need a bow to accompany me to a friend's wedding. The matter's a delicate one, so I ask any potential candidates to maintain discretion. My friend's found herself a man, and they're set to get married soon. Problem is, I've no beau of my own to take to her wedding. If any intelligent, amusing, handsome, none too old, nor none too young man, owning at least one decent-looking frock or robe, is interested in accompanying me to her wedding ceremony and the feast to follow, I'd be most thoroughly obliged. In exchange, I can offer a few hours of good fun and good conversation with the lass that dances with the best of them. Alcohol will also be provided. A bashful anonymous beseeching an escort. P.S. If you're counting on taking me straight from the feast to the alcove, be warned, I'm a graduate of the ladies' self-defense courses put on by the Redanian army, but make a good impression and I might agree to let you court me properly. Wanted, cradle, used but unworn. Looking to buy cradle, in good repair, but cheap, for a lass or lad. No knowing as of yet what the wife will pop out. Made of oak, preferably, but pine will do, long as it's strong and pretty, because the wife don't like cheap-looking stuff. Best if it were painted with flowers, but I don't really care much. Could be bare, in fact, and I'll paint it myself. Could do that much. Show the woman she didn't marry some good-for-nothing skeever. So if you've got something like that, I'd gladly buy it, or even more gladly take it off your hands for free. Jazzy. Willing to trade a leaky pot for a cart. Deal of a lifetime. I'm willing to trade a lovely tin pot painted with cornflowers and lilies and showing a few holes, true. But that's a plus, for you can add a few more, and look at that. You've got a colander for a cart. The cart needn't be big. Can even be tiny, in fact, just so that 2 or better 4 people could fit in it, with ample room for bags and sacks, if possible. Could be old, long as it rides well and has new wheels and strong axles, so actually probably nothing made longer than a year or 2 ago would do. Leave a message with Bodhi. Contract. Monsters in the sewers. Let it be known that Olgierd von Everek shall pay a generous reward in gold, jewels and movable goods, subject to negotiation, to any man who descends into the Oxenfurt sewers and kills the beast which has infested them and taken to murdering the innocent, with an especial predilection for young maids. The task is best suited for a battle-hardened individual, a soldier, or possibly a witcher, who will not run at the sight of drowners, for the sewers are chock full of such nuisances. For more information, inquire at the Garen estate to the northeast of Novigrad. Ask for Olgierd von Everek.
Any truth to it? Did you see those big statues?
Welcome to the Seven Caps, the luckiest tavern in town. They even say the hangovers our wine baguettes are lucky.
What's on the menu today?
Mandrake cordial. Well, damn. Only one, though.
So long.
No stranger to the bottle, eh? Wine! Wine! I want wine!
Okay, what do we have here? Secondary quests, enchanting startup costs. Visit the Runewright and learn more about his craft. You can tell an experienced witcher by the way he examines a notice board. To the novice eye, these weathered planks contain nothing but clumsily scrawled messages touching on matters thoroughly mundane, trifling announcements, offers of sales or purchase, lewd rhymes, etc., etc., ad nauseum. A witcher with years under his belt, however, will search the dross carefully, knowing that it often hides a jewel, a witcher contract, for example, or as in this particular case, information about a mysterious Runewright from a far-off land. Jeez Christ, that's way the hell over here. Evil saw first touches. Go see Olgerd von Everec about the contract. When Geralt later told me the story which began at the Seven Cats Inn notice board. Oh yeah, I read that part. And it began like this. One day Geralt arrived at the Seven Cats Inn in search of his next contract. He perused the notices hanging there, yet found none to be of much interest, and was about to go on his way when a man came to nail a new parchment to the board. The notice announced a certain Olgerd von Everec, residing in the nearby Garen estate, was looking for someone to kill a dangerous monster lurking in the Oxenfurt sewers. Sounds like a job for me, thought Geralt, and he set off to see this Olgerd and learn more about the contract. Little did he know this was to be the beginning of a great adventure, one filled with both delightful diversions and deadly dangers.
My auntie says I talk to him.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Farewell.
Sun's high already, betcha. And you barely gathered a second basket. Not good.
Got this pain in my back, and my fingers are stiff, so it's taking longer.
You know the rules. You can't gather 10 baskets before sunset. You need to show off tomorrow.
Slow now. Whoa. Come on.
The Garen estate.
Hey there.
This area was completely locked off earlier. Okay.
What's new, Witcher? Oh, I sold my arse for a side of bacon. Black Book, if you was any hangover.
Hey, Witcher! How about
Black pudding? I don't think I would want to partake in that.
Hi, mate! Your mug's not familiar. What is it you want?
Looking for Olgerd von Everec.
Ah, that'll be inside.
There's some rough-looking nobles.
Olgierd von Everec. I'm looking for him.
None here by that name.
Can't help wondering. Who are you?
Who do we look like?
A crew of cutthroats? Or a band of former soldiers who got lucky?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's where you err. Because we're sons of nobles, all.
And daughters.
So, gonna tell me who you are, precisely?
The Redanian Free Company. The Wild Ones, folk call us. Owing to the boar in our coat of arms.
I was told I'd find Olgierd von Everec here.
Someone's made an arse of you, brother.
So maybe you can make up for that and help me, brother.
Something tells me you and me have got different mums.
All right, Ungus, you've had your fun. I'm Olgierd. Tell me, what brings you here?
No, I'm all geared.
You? Not likely. I'm all geared.
They're really going to mess with me like this? They're all drunk. Bunch of idiots. Or should I say amusing, really, but I'm here on business. They are idiots. For sure.
You folk are a hoot and all, and I'd love to stay for more laughs, but time's short.
Whoa, shit just got serious.
Hear about the monster in the sewers. Seems Olgierd von Everec offered a bounty on it.
Shit was serious from the start. Goes without saying with a Witcher.
How's that?
The purge you lot of emotion. It's why you're all stiff. Hey? You think they shoved a long pike up your arse?
All right, Master Witcher. Jests are done. Whether the good bit as it is, I'm impressed. Come on, I'll take you to Olgierd. What do they call you?
Geralt of Rivia.
Bit of advice, Geralt of Rivia. Once you meet Olgierd, try and pique his interest.
He's the one wants a monster dead.
Aye, but he don't need you to kill it. So, you want this job? You gotta grab his attention. And he's one to get bored mighty quick. You alright, Ducky? Ataman, sir. You've a guest.
Do you know what types of sculptures fetch the best prices? Statues of deities, busts of kings, and nudes. And what have we here? A naked wench. What do you think of her?
I happen to like it. Especially the two ovoid forms.
A jester. Good. I don't like men with no sense of humour. They bore me to death.
So I'm on this guy's good side.
I used to like Botticelli. The life he could breathe into a chunk of cold stone. But I look at it now, and it seems just a rock, ideally proportioned. Not a flaw on its surface. Painfully perfect. As lifeless and boring as a boulder at the roadside.
Damn.
That's better. More interesting, at the least. Very well. And now to the matter at hand. Let's rejoin the company. Partake of some refreshment first.
Ataman Olgierd, long may he live! Long live the Ataman!
Long live the Ataman! Long live the Ataman!
Come and drink with us.
Well, we haven't a choice now.
What is the Ataman? Must be a title or something that I'm not familiar with.
Fetch us some wine, dear. And a nibble or two.
This some special occasion? Or just feel like feasting?
Every occasion's special. Today we celebrate a dubbing.
Whose?
Squire Herodor's new sabre.
I've hit on a name for her. Fair sabre, I dub thee Tradiciana.
Monster in the sewers. Know anything more?
I've no clue what it is. Only that it's deadly. I'd not have bothered had my cook not become its victim. Ooh. The way she prepared game had no equal.
That why she was in the sewers? To fetch game?
Nay. She went to a fair with a sister or cousin. Matters not. Daft wench convinced her a prince transformed into a toad lives in the Oxenfurt sewers. And you know women. Each craves a prince and will wade knee-deep through shite to get him. Vissy was no exception in that respect. Down she went, never to return. Wasn't the first, it seems, either. Hey! Leave her be! Is that any way to treat the lord of the manor's daughter? Apologies. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the contract. So, you'll check it?
Well, that's what I'm here for, but yeah, let's haggle.
Just one formality to resolve first. My pay.
Never you mind that. Return with the beast's head, and you'll have leave to take anything you wish from here.
Awfully generous. Still, I'd prefer to agree a specific amount.
Ooh, fine. How much would you like? 400 crowns?
450.
Agreed. And that'll be in addition to whatever memento you wish to take.
Consider the beast gone.
Confident? Bring me its head, and the reward shall be yours. Geralt.
Olgierd von Everec. To this day, I do not know what caused Geralt to inquire after the contract posted by Olgierd von Everec. That famed Witcher curiosity and ominously light coin pouch? Or perhaps it was some other, more nefarious force. Whatever the impulse, Geralt decided to visit the locally infamous nobleman and pursue the bounty on the sewer monster. From their very first encounter, Geralt knew Olgierd was a unique character. He led an informal band who worshipped the ground he walked on, though he clearly was of a different sort than they, educated, a lover of art, and an adherent to a certain noble code. Yet Geralt also perceived something indefinable within the man, something years later he would call a void crying out to be filled. That is true. The folks he's hanging out with don't seem very noble-like or educated. And yet he does. So it is kind of strange he'd be hanging out with these folks.
Cheers!
The Ataman. He's the one to talk to.
Take one down, pass her around, 99 barrels of rum on the wall.
Hey, aye, rum in 99 barrels. That'd be a good time.
What do you say we look for the cellar?
You seek something, mate? Black
Aye,
pudding,
you
was
drunk.
hangover.
Go home, you sots.
Time to go to the Oxenfurt sewers.
Hey, you! Puss papers!
Name's Geralt.
But I'm gonna call you Puss papers. That a problem?
Get to the point.
Got an offer. Potentially lucrative puss peepers. Someone's killed me mate. Name was Clivert. You're to
Clivert?
figure out who did it, then cut the bugger's head off.
Why not avenge him yourself? Seems like you all relish swinging your sabers.
Aye, we do. And if I knew who'd axed Clivert, I'd have gutted him ages ago. Thing is, I don't. But you see a lot with them puss peepers. You'll track him down.
Keep talking.
Clivert dealt Fistech. A few days past, he rode to Bowden to take a delivery. Never came back.
Been there? Actually seen his corpse?
No, but Clivert was one damned reliable Orson. We was to meet. He didn't show. Can only mean he's dead. Find the bastard who did this. Find him and kill him. I'll pay top coin.
Need to think it through.
Clivert's got a scar on his forehead, not unlike yours. Spot that, you'll know it's his body.
Said I'd think about it.
Know what, Puss Peeps? One look at a bloke and I know what he's made of. You'll do what I ask. I bet anything on it. Look for me in Oxenfurt. The Alchemy Inn on the main square.
Investigate Bowden for clues about Clivert's murder using your Witcher senses. The White Wolf, the Butcher of Blaviken. Geralt gathered many sobriquets on his path, one of which was the colorful and I dare say apt appellation of Puss Peepers. This he gained during his adventure with Olgierd, when a cheeky young woman in Olgierd's company pinned him as the man best able to track down the scoundrel who killed her friend Clivert. So I take it this nobleman... What is his name? Olgierd. She said something that kind of led on as to what's going on here. She said her fiance dealt Fistech, which is the drug, so I guess Olgierd here is hanging out with these less than reputable folks because he's a Fistech addict. I'm taking a stab at it right now. We'll see if that's true or not as the game plays out, so let's see. This is nearby, though. The Channing Room, right?
The devil walked and took it past his heart and put it higher. Lovely beast. Black stallion would be perfect for me. Perfect. What missed new boots? Meant to order. Black as night.
So yeah, the company he keeps seems to be into Fistech, so we'll see. Puss Papers. Have no idea why the hell she would name me Puss Peepers. Jesus, these things are tough. List with a noble seal to Camille, son of Koza. This letter's your last warning. When I made you a hunter, I didn't have in mind for you to spend all your time hunting wenches. We've got boars breeding like rabbits, deer devouring our saplings, and wolves strolling calmly right outside the walls of our estate. Get to work, lad, or your career will end quicker than it started. Thaddeus Garin. Northern Wind, Beast Oil, Igni, and Yurden. Wild boars. How doth the little wild boar improve his shining tusks, and rut them against the forest floor, and on the trees' rough husks. How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little lasses in with gently smiling jaws. Luis of Sherrill, a mathematician, author, and poet. These woodland beasts are as wild, untamed, nasty, and aggressive as their name indicates. To this day, many peasants in outlying Kedweni villages believe wild boars persist on a diet of young maids, though in truth they most often slake their hunger with roots and acorns. Do not think this vegetarian diet makes them harmless, however. In fact, these animals' stout build and sharp teeth render them veritable fur-covered combat machines. Mother Nature has additionally equipped them with dual pairs of tusks, upper pipes, and lower sabers, and this weaponry's sum effect is to make the beasts the terror of the woods, a threat to all who venture or dwell there, humanoid or otherwise. Boars also have hard, club-like snouts, which some peasants call their whistles, though no boar has ever been heard to make such a noise. Instead, they emit a characteristic grunt, which sounds to some like the snoring of an extremely overweight man. Another peasant belief claims boars have extremely prickly natures, and if offended, will vent their anger by knocking down fences and gobbling up potatoes. Though they sometimes live alone, boars usually appear in small groups of 3 to 5 specimens.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Have I traded with this guy?
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Farewell.
Weird.
Necker's surface here. Dig their way out.
Alright, this is going to be challenging. More so than I thought. Oh, we got an abandoned site nearby too. We found a town called Brunvich. Gomez and Brothers Carpentry Services, speedy and solid workmanship, furnishings in the Novigrad style, dining tables, canopy beds, alcove accessories, and larderware, all for prices that cannot be beat. Our customers hail from Oxenford itself. Want to dine like a duchess? Go see the Brothers Gomez. Thief, robber, be ye warned, there's a rascal wandering about, claims he's a war hero who lost a kidney and begs for alms. No more than 2 days past, I sheltered him in my home in good faith. Next day I found he'd eaten my larder bare and had sniffed out where I'd keep the wine and drank every last drop. Had half a barrel left, no clue how he fit it all in his scrawny belly, plus my daughter claims he fondled her during the night, and with both hands too. This lying scoundrel said his name was Odrin, but who the devil knows what he's truly called. That name sounds very familiar. Like, that sounds like an NPC that I've come across already in this game. Prayer services in Brunvich. All souls who yearn to banish foul forces from their midst come gather around the upper mill. Ernest Greco, a wandering man of spiritual powers, will exorcise the ghost of the alderman's wife who harries our lands and has clearly claimed our chapel as her own. If you do come to pray with Reverend Greco, remember to bring your own candles. Announcement. Fair folk, by order of the Honorable Sir Siegfried de Lo, a levy is to be raised from all the villages in this region. Each household is to give 1/5 of all their goods and chattel. In exchange, our order will protect them from the vagrants which never fail to prowl the land in times of war. Accept this levy with understanding, and there won't be any unfortunate incidents. Someone has vandalized the parchment with a vulgar drawing and several offensive remarks about the Knights of the Order and their mothers. Tinker, cheap. Tinkering's my trade. I've hung out a shingle here in Morin at a man named Sherrick's place. I'm renting a room from him, so stop on by. I can guarantee you the best workmanship for unbeatable prices. So remember, Morin, Krister Hagen, Tinker, cheap. Contract. Apprentice gone missing. Good folk, my apprentice Folkert has disappeared without a trace. I'm terribly worried about him, so whoever finds him and brings him back shall receive a sizable sum of Novigrad crowns. If you're interested, come to my hut on the outskirts of Oxenford. If you lose the way, ask passing peasants where the local herbalist has his practice, and they will guide you. Otto Bamber, herbalist. Wow. Look at all the undiscovered locations. All right, let's go ahead and let's stick what we're going to talk to the Rinwright, and that means we're going to go right through this town. I think is the best way to get to the Rinwright. Now we'll go around.
Not good.
Neckers surface here, dig their way out.
didn't even get to loot the damn pile. Okay, it's over here.
Damnation!
A windmill over here. Upper Mill.
Stranger, greetings. Might you be interested in a moment's chat?
You're a long way from Ophir.
A long way, and with dangers fraught. But in our homeland, they say, in risk, there is honor.
Got a ring to it. Not true in my experience, though. Face plenty of risks. Honor, not so much.
Because risk issues from intent. Important is this intent. The long passage I brave to admire the unknown, and bring glory to myself and my liege. The world we must explore. Virgin lands discover. New knowledge garner among our brothers than to spread. For is there in life a beauty greater than to admire the new? To stand in awe of the never-ending creation of the world?
That mean I've landed in a camp of explorers and philosophers?
Indeed.
Exactly.
Your customs we come to observe, knowledge to exchange, and goods, naturally, to trade.
Your homeland. Be glad to hear some tales about it if you've got the time.
If time you have. For of my home I could speak until your ears withered, and your legs failed you. What here they call Ophir, in truth, is many diverse polities and peoples. A land it is of vast steppes, mountains forbidding, lakes clear as crystal, and wild lands untouched. A land of fallen empires, kingdoms at their peak, and tribes that know no monarchs, yet remember in myth a time when the world was young.
You call any of these lands home?
Yes. A town with towers to make Nilfgaard weep with envy. Of philosophers, doctors, mathematicians, and mages an enclave. But about these last you should, my friend, interrogate Erunrite.
I'll make it a point to talk to him. What did you bring from Ophir? Mind if I have a look?
Oh, he's got some interesting looking weapons, man. Ophiri Saber. See, now the swords are starting to become better than Witcher gear. I don't think I have anything to sell to him.
Our craftsman's goods. You see worth in them?
Quite a bit, I'd say.
Ah, these are nothing compared to what I could offer had I not lost my prize diagrams.
How'd you lose them?
To thieves. In our travels, I and my companions surprise attacked by local ruffians were. The diagrams, their loss. I bemoan not so much as I do one of my comrades. Killed in the violence.
See if I can't find your diagrams. Recover them for you.
These instructions, when followed, produce items worthy of a king.
Tell me where you were attacked, remember?
A crossroads, not far. Forgive me. For this area I know poorly. Detailed directions I cannot provide. North of the spot stood a residence, near ruin.
Should be able to find it. Quite the mount you've got.
Ah, yes. A loyal friend I have in Babietza, and she is wiser than many a man.
Babietza.
Countless races we have won together.
So, an explorer and a jockey in one.
From where I come, small children ride, and not a gathering is by a horse race not crowned.
Heard a lot of good things about Ophiri mares. Their speed. Care to race?
Swift as the western winds are our mounts. To prove this would be an honor. So race we must.
That's it, Roach. Come on.
Take your mouth to her limits.
Oh, crap. Really?
Be swift. I will see you at full speed.
Faster. Come on, Roach.
Be swift. I will see you at full speed. Take your mount to her limits.
Wow.
Ophiri mares may be swift as the wind. Not quite as fast as my Roach, though.
I congratulate you. A saddle for your mount, your reward. A contest to commemorate. It will make you a rider even swifter.
A furious stock
Thanks.
saddle.
Like your new gear, Roach?
Much may be said of a man by how he treats his horse. Our myths tell of a time when love brought together the skies and the steppe, and from their union was born the first mare. Weak were the creatures called men. They fell prey to countless dangers. The mare nursed them. Her milk fed them. Strong they grew, and she let them saddle her. Warriors they became, and gave fight to their foes. The myths teach us to respect our horses, noblest among all beasts.
Beautiful story. Thanks for that and the race. Take care now.
Go, and in the world glory, its never-ending creation be praised. Farewell.
Ophiri stock saddle. Yep. And is better. Smoking a hookah.
Greetings.
Greetings, and praise the world in its never-ending creation.
Don't take this the wrong way, but honestly, world doesn't deserve much praise.
Nordlings. Disagreeable always. Faces crinkled, soured, ready to quibble to death even a simple greeting. Aha! But my tongue now has soured, while you for trade have come. Sadly, I can forge for you nothing. My belongings, tools inclusive, all lost.
You a craftsman or a mage?
Your tongue has no word to fit my trade. A scholar and artisan I am. Part craftsman, part mage. Gematria, runecraft, Familiar to you are these words?
No. Runecraft seems pretty self-explanatory, though.
True, though my craft further ventures. Runes and glyphs I first make, then arrange into powerful magic words. Great practical applications as my art. For rune stones properly forged in a sword set so as to form a magic word, the blade more power grant than runestones set haphazardly. Such words, too, can of glyphs be made and set in armor.
Listen, folks sometimes hire me to solve their problems. Even retrieved a missing item or two in my time.
For me, this you cannot do. I sailed upon a great ship. It sank, and my instruments took to the sea's dark depths.
Buying replacements not an option?
Of my own design they were, specially forged. A fortune it cost to make them. And all the coin that with me I had brought lies now in the murky abyss with my instruments.
Seems your skills could be useful to me. Given that, I'd be happy to help you out. What do you say I get you the coin you need? Could pay me back in runes and glyphs.
Is it certain, your offer? A great sum I require. Tools of great expense I need to make even the simplest glyph. I make no mention of the more advanced or master-crafted.
Rest easy. Got a feeling this'll be a good investment.
Holy crap.
Way you talk about your art, sound more like a man of faith than scholarship.
Faith and scholarship for you lie in conflict. Yet in my land, holy men are scholars. Wisdom, their source of esteem.
The Ophiri believe in any gods?
From region to region, this varies. Raised I was to believe in one god, the world. Symbols are God's speech. To study his words is to draw nearer to him.
Symbols, meaning runes and glyphs.
Mere signs are these. An attempt by men imperfect to describe the world. Yet a magic to them there is, and from God all magic issues. When runes I create, when into words I arrange them, this is prayer. And when into swords I enchant them, that is my benediction.
Can't help but wonder what brings you to our lands.
A simple thing. For knowledge, a thirst. All he could, my mentor had taught me. The tongues of our lands I'd learned. Of all our plants and animals, I know the names.
Risked that long a journey to learn new words?
A life of plenty I would have lived at home, for the beauty and import of my art are respected. But such a life would be unfulfilled. Great and diverse is the world, for a pace continues its creation. A riddle it is, which through symbols speaks. The world's tongue to learn I wish, the signs by which it speaks to discover, their syntax to master, through this to learn the principles of creation.
Got some coin on me. This enough?
Start it is.
Costly craft.
Yet the costs do not end with coin. Need I shall also a jade stone of size substantial.
See what I can do.
Praised be the world in its never-ending creation.
A small fortune was all it took for the Ulfiri to get started. Once he received it, he got down to work, and from then on, Geralt could buy simple runes and glyphs from him and have him place basic words in his swords and armor.
Praised be the word.
Not quite yet, dude.
It is to see you again. Quite the pleasure.
I need to get...
What did you bring from Ophir?
Bigger saddlebags.
If I have a look. Take care now.
Go, and in the world glory, its never-ending creation be praised. Farewell.
Jeez, man.
Storm, damn it.
Pastoral Diary of Father Gladfried. Journal is covered in blood, heavily damaged. Only last page can be made out. My wanderings for the fire's glory next took me to preach to Brunwich. The village curled round the lake, and lo and behold, what did the most holy flames illuminate for me there? A hive of hardened heathens, too lost in sin to lift a cursed finger to care for the hearth of the eternal fire. Filled with divine wrath, I asked them, why is your chapel in such a sorry state? Why is your cemetery all covered in weeds? Their response, ghosts. Curse has fallen upon hallowed ground. They blame it on the alderman's wife, say she went mad from riches and an illegible fragment, and ever since that tragedy, chapel's lain in ruins with no one daring to go near. So the task falls on me to guide these foolish lost sheep back on the righteous path and away from the rubbish they believe. I intend to enter the chapel alone, armed only with the torch of the eternal fire to light my path and see what lurks within. Wow, I'm loading up on the quest now, man. Enchanting quality has its price. Find a pickaxe. The Ophiri Runewright got down to work, but announced at once that more advanced runes or glyphs would require special materials. Jade, it seems, is a necessary part of advanced rune writing. Since Geralt was interested in enchanted goods of the better sort, he decided to look around for a hunk of this element. There's a horse? Is that Roach up here? I don't know how the hell Roach ended up there.
No use doing any work in this rain.
Apparently, likely to find some small jade deposits northeast of Novigrad. Ought to try my luck there.
Guess we'll take a trip over here to Yantra.
Not much jade here. Need to keep looking.
Arachnomorph. The spider shall never lie down with the fly. Ophiri proverb. A similar saying could gain ground in our land concerning arachnomorphs and everything enabled to flee them, meaning most every creature in the world True, the tillers of the earth and fellers of trees need not fear them in their day labors, for arachnomorphs, as distant post-conjunction cousins of common spiders, strongly prefer deep dark caves and unfrequented sodden swamps. Anyone who does come across them, however, had best hope his conscience is clear and his worldly affairs are in order, for his life shall soon end, as not even the fastest man in the world can outrun them, and only a few witchers can hope to slay them. Even worse are the more aggressive and dangerous kind known as arachnomorph colossi, which are capable of devouring an entire ox in seconds. Alrighty. Let me guess, I'm going to run into one of these colossi here. Yellowed letter. Mate, if you're reading this letter, it means you're a free man. New Drakenborg could never break you. I feel damn bad it was you they fingered back then. Fate's a bitch at times, ain't she? But you're a made man now. I hid your part of the loot in the cave. And that cave they wouldn't let us play in when we were young. Was full of them massive spiders then, but not a sign of the critters now. Hunters claim they've migrated elsewhere, not enough to eat here, so they won't be coming back anytime soon. So it's safe, but the bad memories do a great job keeping out nosy hayseeds, making it the ideal hiding spot for loot. The chest is buried in the second part of the cave. Get it, and you'll be a rich man and can drink and wench till the end of your days. See you later, you know where. We'll bathe in wine and live in luxury. AD. The Drakenborg Redemption. While traveling near Novigrad, Geralt happened across the body of an unfortunate wretch who had stumbled into a cave full of arachnomorphs. In his pockets was a yellowed letter. The letter was from a thief informing his partner about where he had hidden their takings. To their great misfortune, the damp cave he had chosen was also home to monstrous spiders who'd made the treasure's hiding spot the very heart of their lair. Heck, is the hunk of jade inside here? I was thinking it was maybe it is in the cave. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Oh well. Let's go spelunking.
Jade. Now to extract some.
Northeast of Novigrad, Geralt stumbled across a small camp of Ofieri travelers. Geralt struck up a conversation with one of their number, and the topic of discussion turned to horses. Before he knew it, he agreed to a race to test those whose mare was the swiftest. Had he been too eager in his boasting, could Roach really go neck and neck with the fabled Ulferi steed? Time would soon tell. Roach emerged the victor, and Geralt was able to bask in her glory. The Ulferi merchant took his loss with tremendous grace and awarded the winning horse and rider with an excellent saddle. The letter was from a thief informing his partner about where he had hidden their takings. To their great misfortune, the damp cave he had chosen was also home to monstrous spiders who'd made their treasure's hiding spot at the very heart of their lair. The letter told the truth. Geralt found the hidden treasure and kept a 100% finder's fee for himself. Well, let's get out of here. We're going to run this Jade back to the Fury Rune Rite, and we'll be ending the stream here because that'll probably take us to the 2-hour mark.
Move it.
Where the hell am I now? Abandoned site. Crap. Go, 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 go. Well, there's Bowden.
Let's go.
Get him from the left!
Made good use of my coin by the look of things.
The return to my craft. Know you not the pleasure it brings. I thank you.
Don't mention it. How's the work going?
Several lesser runes I forged already. Practice, you see. Yet I sadden in thinking the tools and ingredients I possess are not fit to create better.
Got lucky. Found you some jade. Here.
Thank you, I do. If you to gaze wish at my handiwork, to do so I invite you.
The Rune Rite. The Rune Rite can enhance your items by fitting them with rune words and glyph words. These endow them with new powerful traits. To enchant an item, navigate to the Rune Rite panel.
Northern Realms. Like it here so far?
Oh yes. Never have I seen woodland so expansive, or skies with such colors brushed. Nordlings, however, peculiar they are. Tight-lipped, closed within. And bandits the high roads riddle. But on the horrid conflict this I blame.
Wouldn't mind a glance at what you got. Craft something for me, would you?
Rune words and glyph words. You can enchant items to fit them with rune words or glyph words. These cannot be used simultaneously with runes or glyphs. When you enchant an item, any runes or glyphs it is currently fitted with will be destroyed. Enchanting items. Items that can be embedded with rune words and glyph words and thus enchanted appear here on the left. Only items possessing 3 enhancement slots can be enchanted. Enchanting. Enchantments. This is the list of rune words and glyph words that can be fitted in an item's socket. Rune words are used to enhance weapons, while glyph words enhance armor. Enchantment descriptions. A description of the selected enchantment appears here along with its cost. Enchantment levels. Enchantments have various levels. A Rune Rite can enchant an item of your choice only once he has reached a level equal to or higher than the level of the enchantment he is to cast. Enchanting items. Enchantments on the list can be added, removed, and filtered. Wow. There's some interesting type stuff here. The abilities that they impart on your gear are way more interesting than your standard runes. So I can't add sockets. Yeah, I don't have the goal for advanced tools, man. Enchanting quality has its price. Finding large quantities of jade was not easy, but when the Witcher set his mind to it, he could even find a dove in a blizzard. Soon enough, the Alfieri Rune Rite had what he desired. Well, this is going to be an interesting DLC, and we are at the 2-hour 1-minute mark, and I'm going to end this tonight. So this is going to be the end of The Witcher 3 Can't Say the Wild Hunt playthrough now, so it's The Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone expansion episode. Episode 1. Playthrough number 1. So we'll catch you in the next one tomorrow night. I gotta grab something to eat, and I'll be going to bed here shortly. So it's almost midnight over here, and I'm getting a little sleepy. So peace out. Good night. Catch me in episode 2 tomorrow. Hearts of Stone 2.